Joining us now, former FBI and DHS official Javed Ali. He is also an associate professor of practice at the University of Michigan. Good morning to you, and thank you for your expertise on this. Let's start with the investigation, the tools they are using to try and hone in on the gunman.
Well, Marty, nice to be with you this morning as well. And as the previous segment just indicated, this is a fluid and dynamic process that's underway. And even though there was one person preliminarily identified and now released, to find the actual shooter who conducted this terrible attack on Saturday, they're going to be looking at video evidence, the potentially forensic evidence left at the scene, interviewing witnesses or going through the witness statements that have already been provided, the victims who survived, those 9 people. And then is there anything in the digital or online world that would help the investigators narrow the search of who this person is? So in the aftermath of these types of attacks where there is somebody on the loose and there's a manhunt underway, you never know when you're going to close the net, and it could take days, it could take weeks, but there are other times, certainly more in the counterterrorism domain, where some of these manhunts could take years, even here in the United States. And there's examples of that, of people from the 90s who weren't discovered until several years later.
Well, let's hope that's not the case here, and within minutes or hours, certainly days, they have someone in custody. We've seen the one video of the suspect walking away. I mean, there are videos everywhere. Is it likely, in your investigative experience, there are more that they're not sharing because they don't want the suspect to know they have them, and maybe they'll release them soon? What's your take on that?
Yeah, I would have to imagine that there are other videos that they are looking at. This may be the one, though, that is perhaps the most helpful for getting additional tips from the public, and that would be another tool that is being used to help sort of build out the picture on who this person might be. And if there are other videos that haven't yet been released, this will have to be another decision that's going to be made either in the FBI or working in conjunction with the agencies in Rhode Island and other agencies who might be involved. Is now the time to put another video out? And does it complement the one that's already shown, or will it make things even more difficult? So these are all really tactical decisions. They're going to have to be made, but I suspect there are other videos. They just haven't been released yet.
They canceled class, sent everybody home, students and staff. It was finals week. Does that help the investigation to have police on an empty campus?
Perhaps, because now part of that investigative process is, again, interviewing the people who were either victims of the shooting or in the classroom where the shooting occurred. Now, those folks are probably going to be sequestered or perhaps released if they've already been talked to. And maybe there is something now with Brown mostly being empty in the aftermath of what happened, that from a forensics perspective, that they can discover whether that's any kind of physical evidence that was left at the scene or something like that. But it may help, but it may not. It's just another one of these aspects of the investigation that's going to have to unfold.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.